In this video you will learn the 7 heartbreaking ways through which people were programmed into poverty. The world is divided into 3 types of people: the upper class, known to be the capitalists, the working class, and the poor. Worryingly, the capitalists, or the people of the upper class, are the only ones who set the rules, and they are responsible for running the country, including policy making, which explains the prevalence of policies that favor only the rich. However, they also make belligerent policies towards the poor and the working class in a bid to keep them poor. Therefore, the first thing on their agenda is to control and sabotage your mind into thinking in the wrong direction. So here are 7 reversible ways through which the capitalist society tricked you into staying in poverty, and if you don't do something now, then you will be in poverty for life. Make sure you stay till the end and learn about all the 7 points that will be discussed shortly. The first way through which the capitalist society keeps people in poverty is by controlling the narrative. They control the media, the education system, and the information that reaches the masses. By doing so, they shape the way people think and perceive the world. They create a narrative that portrays the rich as successful and deserving, while the poor are seen as lazy and unworthy. This narrative perpetuates the idea that poverty is a personal failure rather than a result of systemic issues. It keeps people trapped in a cycle of self-blame and prevents them from questioning the unjust economic system. Another way the capitalist society keeps people in poverty is by limiting their access to resources. The rich have access to quality education, healthcare, and opportunities for upward mobility. On the other hand, the poor are denied these basic resources, making it difficult for them to escape poverty. The capitalist system thrives on the exploitation of cheap labor, and by denying resources to the poor, they ensure a steady supply of desperate workers who will accept low wages and poor working conditions. The capitalist society also traps people in poverty through the use of debt. They promote a culture of consumerism and encourage people to take on debt to fulfill their desires. However, the interest rates on these debts are often exorbitant, making it impossible for people to repay them. This leads to a cycle of debt and poverty as people struggle to make ends meet while their debts continue to accumulate. The capitalist system benefits from this cycle, as it keeps people dependent on credit and unable to build wealth. Exploitation of labor is another way the capitalist society keeps people in poverty. The working class is forced to work long hours for low wages, while the capitalists profit from their labor. They exploit the desperation of the poor and create a system where workers have little bargaining power. This ensures that the wealth generated by their labor remains concentrated in the hands of the capitalists, while the working class struggles to make a decent living. The capitalist society also keeps people in poverty by failing to provide adequate social safety nets. They oppose policies such as universal healthcare, affordable housing, and a living wage, which would help lift people out of poverty. Instead, they promote a culture of individualism and self-reliance, placing the burden of survival solely on the individual. This lack of support leaves people vulnerable to economic shocks and perpetuates the cycle of poverty. Systemic racism and discrimination play a significant role in keeping certain communities in poverty. The capitalist society perpetuates racial and social hierarchies that disadvantage marginalized groups. People of color, women, and other marginalized communities face barriers to education, employment, and wealth accumulation. This systemic discrimination ensures that certain groups remain trapped in poverty, while others continue to benefit from their exploitation. Finally, the capitalist society keeps people in poverty by promoting a lack of financial literacy. They do not teach basic financial skills in schools, leaving people ill-equipped to navigate the complex financial system. This lack of knowledge makes it easier for the capitalist system to exploit people through predatory lending, high interest rates, and other financial traps. Without financial literacy, individuals are more likely to make poor financial decisions that keep them in a cycle of poverty. In conclusion, the capitalist society employs various tactics to keep people in poverty. They control the narrative, limit access to resources, trap people in debt, exploit labor, oppose social safety nets, perpetuate systemic racism and discrimination, and promote a lack of financial literacy. It is crucial to recognize these tactics and work towards dismantling the unjust economic system that perpetuates poverty. By empowering individuals and advocating for systemic change, we can create a more equitable society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. There you have it, folks. These are the 7 ways through which the capitalists thrive in keeping you poor. Please support our work by subscribing to this channel and liking this video. Catch you later and stay safe.